Hello, and welcome back to another Fishy Plant Man production with me, Fishy Plant Man, as your host. Alright, back over the 55 again. I'm thinking I'm gonna spice it up some with, I don't know, a shot of the eastern window. Yeah, more than one person I think is getting sick of this shot all the time. These same, 5 plants? But that little shoot is springing up. That's the lucky bamboo. The Monstera adansonii is doing the same. Just a couple of new leaves. The Phalaenopsis keikis are getting bigger and bigger. There's the other 3 directions. And of course, we just looked at north, down south. I don't know. I think it's a pretty funny joke. The one that should be pointing north is, down here. So, yeah, that's what I'm laughing at. The plant, even though it started growing in extension, it stopped, withered up. I think there was a period there, properties being sold, and I just couldn't water it enough times a day to keep it going. So, yeah, we're back to the initial roots that, I'd waited so long for that extension, and it ended up withering on me. But the plant doesn't seem to be going backwards. I expect it to any minute with, 4 babies and no roots. Maybe there's some roots down in the gravel that I don't even know about. And they're growing and, keeping up. I don't know. Here we have the arrowhead. There's another leaf. It's got a leaf that hasn't opened yet. And then there's that one. And that one, which doesn't want to focus on that. There we go. There's a little bit of focus. And it's got a couple of dead leaves. But we haven't looked at it for a moment. I don't know if you can see how much bigger it's getting. Maybe without looking at it every day, you're going, oh my god, it's huge. I don't know. But yeah. And then here, I kind of hope to get some clarification. There's its red face. Its white side. It's kind of got that look to it. I think that's a very large bluebell. Or maybe it's just something that looks like a bluebell. My knowledge of bluebells is very limited. Not really a huge fan. Maybe more so of this plant. Because bluebells, at least the 2 main species, which is, I don't know, it's like an American and an Eastern species or something like that. Like I said, I know very little about bluebells. But they're small. Little small. Some people probably classify them as weeds. Not those that love bluebells. I know a YouTuber that comes to mind. He loves bluebells and, really wishes they wouldn't hybridize. But I think that's what this is a hybrid of the 2 that either by coincidence or maybe the lady that owned the house, because this is part of her flower beds, garden, whatever. I don't know. I know less about her than I do the plant. This one, at least. But apparently there was I guess an elderly lady that passed away, and her house went up for sale, as they often do. And the new, much younger owner, yeah, I think she was my age, maybe younger. But at any rate, she didn't like in-ground plants, if I remember correctly. She wanted potted plants. So she dug up all the lady's plants and put them in pots, with the exceptions of what she didn't want. And then she put those up for free. She was just going to give them away. Advertised them, gave them away. So I got a bunch of pots. Several of them just appeared to be dirt. And this is one of the things that came up. I used to call them wild onions, but I guess that maybe they're bluebells. And in this one pot in particular, they were huge, absolutely huge. Alright, there was a bit of a blooper in the video, so I decided to put in some text, and then when I was watching it back, I realized that the text stayed on screen way too long. I'm not trying to insult anybody's reading skills, so I tried to shorten it down to something more reasonable. In doing so, I apparently cut off everything after the text. So, lovely. Yeah, we're just going to re-record this eastern part, and that ugly jump cut that you probably got. It's probably quite ugly. Yeah, it's just kind of the result of the video ending just stopping. So yeah, that's what that ugly jump cut is. But anyway, here we are in the eastern window. It's getting dark fast, but I'll try to re-record this fairly quickly. And this is the mother aloe with her, I guess I'll call them twins. The larger one back there is probably about ready to come off. And then here's the other one that came up. So yeah, this is getting to be quite the plant. It's probably about a yard across, 3 feet. So yeah, the large aloe. And then right beside the large aloe, we have the, well, my largest jade. Okay, the light is doing pretty well. The phone's dealing with it pretty well. Down here, we have, if I kind of step out of my own shadow, it'll help some. Okay. That's the Hoya, along with the spider plant. And another large aloe. That was her the mother plant's first cutting. I decided to keep that one. And then we have the other Hoya right behind the Chef Lara. That's the one that started what was going to be a series, but I think I'll just do another one of these, kind of everybody included. We got the fiddle leaf with the lights of the town in the background. There's a Dracaena, along with the little jade, and one that is somewhat bigger. It's about 5 feet tall, good 5 feet tall, but one of the rubber trees. And last but not least, we have the holiday cactus. The 4 plants, they sit here and I do nothing special, but they've bloomed a couple of times now, with the exception of this one. This is the red one that I recently got. Ooh, sorry, the jellyfish was a little bright there. And then there's, what is it, 2 yellows and a white one. So we'll see those in bloom maybe fairly soon. And that's just another bit of Stratoscantia in the back. A bit of tinfoil poking up. There. Just at one of the cuttings. So, yep. I guess I'll show the statue. It's a big turtle. And then there's a littler turtle below that. And then one more. Yep, there's a box sitting there for some reason. But there's the turtles. And with that, I'll talk to you next time.